It wasn't cheap.
Well, one of the things I was telling he and his wife, I said, why don't we make a run with Nick on what do you take for 4C?
Yeah.
Right now, stop what you're doing.
Yeah.
Stop what you're doing. What would you take for it? Just for shits and grins. Because you know what's happening now with the war? Oh, my God. I'm seeing the prices go up daily now, Bryce.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, my.
I saw, what was it, 36 cents last night or something on gas.
I came through from El Paso to Roswell, and I always stop in Alamogordo, my favorite gas station, and filled up, and it was 22 cents higher than the other one, so I turned around and went back to the other one.
I don't blame you.
Shit. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, when it gets up to a quarter, it's worth choosing your gas station over.
Oh, damn right. Well, anyway, let me find these, and then I'll talk. I just wanted to let you know, man, get a hold of this guy. Give him my number.
Okay.
I'd like to talk to him. I mean, or he can get us in with who owns it.
Yeah.
Obviously, he knows something, or he wouldn't have written what he wrote.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
well, I'm
just having a difficult time with they collapsed the cableway. I mean, I don't see how that's possible.
Well, if that was done and it was backfilled in the 70s or whatever, I mean, he's whoever said that.
It couldn't have been. I was there in the early 80s.
Yeah.
I was there right after I graduated military school in 83 at my grandparents, and my cousin was there, that's dad was the superintendent during construction of all three of the Larson sites. I went out there with him and shot the pictures.
Oh, okay.
And I would have seen it.
Yeah.
I would have recognized it.
Well, could you tell back then if any backfill was over the fuel tanks, or had that all grown back naturally?
I don't remember. I'm going to have to go back and look at all of the photographs. I remember my cousin Danny, I was standing there with him. We were looking at it, right? We were laughing because they had no trespassing signs, of course, everywhere. And shit, we were bebopping around, and hell, we didn't care. I don't know. My cousin was a priest, so he had his collar on, and I was kind of laughing. I said, well, this is good. I said, they certainly not going to bust a priest.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's, I said, I think we're in good hands here.
Well, it's interesting, why did they backfill most of the sites, but then you got Rural City and Deer Trail that they just left the...
Well, I'm looking at, did you see those pictures of those... you got that video I sent you on YouTube of the girls fighting?
Yeah.
Right? Well, that was taken at Royal City, right? Obviously. I'm confused, and I want to get with Ira. There is so much stuff and junk on the surface. I'd like to know what's truly site stuff. You follow me?
Yeah.
But I haven't... I'm going to go back through all of my Royal City stuff and then see. I don't remember if I posted it on Siloworld, but I met one of the medevac helicopter hospital guys.
Uh-huh.
And he was shooting me pictures up above Warden. I don't know if they're on Siloworld. I just remember him sending them to me. He was kidding me. He says, Gary, every time we fly over a site, I'll send you pictures.
That's
I'm like,
cool.
Great. So, all right, Bryce, let me go through this and all. But if you can't get a hold of this guy, we need to talk to him.
You obviously know a hell of a lot more about all this and Larson especially. What can I comment to him with your email and
Absolutely, or my phone number, to text me or to call me, please.
Okay.
Look, let's recreate all of this. Okay, that's all we're doing, right?
Yeah.
And that's good. That's good, because I'm going to get Ira the next time he goes east of the mountains.
Uh-huh.
I want him to shoot 200 pictures, because he's already told me he'll meet me there. Well, I was just waiting until summer before I go back up.
Well, that guy, he's saying for some reason they want to get in access this summer.
And see, I'm having a difficult time unless he's going in through the air intake or air exhaust, or he's going to knock a hole in the top of the powerhouse.
Well, he mentioned the escape hatches were locked, and those are in the blast locks of.
Yes. So they couldn't have. I don't know how he's saying that the rest of it's collapsed. Okay, because see, you've got the blast lock is right there where the main tunnel splits off, going to launcher 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's another blast lock.
But
see, one's the primary and one's the secondary.
What?
And then it's off.
Is there a escape shaft in each, or just the first one?
Yes, there's 2.
So there's 6 escape shafts.
No, there's just 2, but they're all on the long cableway where the blast locks are.
So they're probably both of them are at launcher 2 or 1.
Well, they're just between. If you were to draw a straight line,
okay,
between the launch ops and the powerhouse, just adjacent to the access portal, you can draw a straight line to launcher 2. Okay?
Yeah.
That's the way she ran.
Huh.
So that's why I'm saying we should be able to absolutely see if all of those cableways were removed, and I don't believe it.
Nah.
I don't believe it.
It'd be way too much work.
I saw them do that at the Titan ones in Tucson.
Yeah, but you're talking.
My dad and I were commenting back in the 83. They removed the long cableway, not the short one, the long one, to the silo.
Well, you're only talking a 200-foot, pretty much one-piece thing that they put on a tandem axle and hauled off. This is thousands of feet of utility.
Well, that's it. See? That's it. I mean, and they cut it in sections because I've got a picture of my dad standing there, and he's just in shock because that long cableway was in pieces, and that was 1-inch steel.
Damn.
I mean, it was like my dad was going, damn. So you know what I'm getting at. I can only assume that I don't believe the cableways were that thick, but I never saw one, exposed to really take a look at how thick the metal was.
Right. I think it was just miscommunication.
How thick they are. I'm sorry?
Miscommunication over the years. Somebody from back when saw them digging this big old trench and saw an exposed door of where it led into the fuel terminal.
Yeah, exactly.
Then they said, well, they tore the utility tunnel out. That's just how things get.
Oh, sure. Absolutely. And do I believe they would have gone in and got the diesel? Sure. Absolutely. I mean, I cannot fathom that the LOX tanks are still there.
Yeah.
But Bryce, I couldn't tell you if the depressions are there. I can't remember. I mean, shit, it's been 40 years.
Just got to go back. It's time to go back.
Yeah, God. But see, the last time I was there, it was like 2010. And, yeah. Maybe 11. I didn't drive onto the site. I drove around it. Mm-hmm. And then I was horsing around by myself. I took my mom up to see her cousin, or her sister. And so, I lived in Moses Lake. Uh-huh. So it was all right there. So when I was doing nothing, I just drove out there.
Oh, yeah.
See, I want to know if Batum, if they're really growing pot at Batum.
Yeah.
Are they?
I don't,
Is that what they're doing?
I don't know. I saw an article. If you look on Google Maps at Warden, it says something like hemp tricks or something, like the building there. They put that steel building on premise. They got this building that they built there, but if you look on Google Maps, the little icon says something about hemp. So I doubt, that's not going to be below. It's probably going to be in that building, but.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Somebody responded to that. I don't remember who it was. And
well,
it's been so long since I haven't been. Well, this summer